A Saudi club is offering 100 million for a Real Madrid star. Plus, Chelsea's shaking things up, Pep's future is uncertain, and Gundogan's Barcelona dream is fading. Let's get into it. Saudi Arabian clubs are on the prowl again, and this time their sights are set on Real Madrid's defensive stalwart, Eder Militao. As reported earlier this week, the Saudi Public Investment Fund is making waves, and they've been circling around Militao like sharks. Whispers of a mammoth offer exceeding 100 million euros have been circulating, sending shockwaves through the footballing world. However, Real Madrid have stood firm, rejecting the Saudi advances. They see Militao as a cornerstone of their defense, and despite the eye-watering sum, they're not budging. He's considered untouchable by Carlo Ancelotti. This comes hot on the heels of another rejected mega bid from the Middle East for Vinicius Jr. It seems Real Madrid are sending a clear message. Their stars are not for sale. Militao, who recently penned a new contract with a staggering 500 million euros release clause, is seen as a vital part of Real Madrid's future. Despite a challenging season last year due to injury, he showed glimpses of his brilliance in the UEFA Super Cup, reminding everyone why he's so highly valued. But don't think this is the end of the story. Saudi clubs are relentless and will do everything possible to lure Militao away from the Bernabeu. The allure of a lucrative payday could be tempting, but will it be enough to sway the Brazilian defender? Remember, things can change quickly in football, and anything is possible. Keep your eyes peeled. The transfer market is heating up, and we have some huge updates coming out of Old Trafford and the Parc des Princes. Could it be a sensational swap deal on the cards? We're hearing whispers, growing louder by the minute, of a potential swap deal involving Manchester United and PSG. It seems Jadon Sancho, despite his recent reconciliation with Ten Hag, could be heading to Paris, while the tough-tackling Uruguayan midfielder Manuel Ugarte might be making the journey in the opposite direction. Ugarte, remember, was left out of PSG's opening League One fixture, fueling the speculation. Ugarte wants Manchester United. He's eager for a fresh start and sees Old Trafford as the perfect destination. Personal terms are believed to be already agreed. On the Sancho front, his future at United remains open. Despite a hefty contract, he's yet to cement his place in the starting 11. PSG are interested, but the price tag is a sticking point. Could a swap deal be the solution? Both players are valued around the £50 million mark, so it could be a win-win. Meanwhile, at Old Trafford, the Scott-McTominay saga continues. Fulham are back in for the Scottish midfielder after having several bids rejected. United are holding firm at £30 million. Will Fulham finally meet their valuation? Negotiations are ongoing, and we'll be the first to know if there's a breakthrough. Galatasaray and Napoli are also lurking, but Fulham seem to be in the driving seat. And finally, a late twist in the race for Georgi Mamardashvili. Liverpool have been leading the charge for the Valencia goalkeeper, but guess who's entered the fray? Manchester United. Yes, you heard that right. Ten Hag's side are considering a late swoop, potentially hijacking Liverpool's move. Valencia are open to selling, but United would need to offload players first. This could turn into a real transfer battle. Liverpool remain the favourites, but with United in the picture, anything can happen. The pressure is on, and we're expecting fireworks in these final days of the transfer window. Stay tuned, because things are about to get very interesting. The future of Pep Guardiola at Manchester City is taking centre stage, and things are heating up. City have set a Christmas deadline for Pep to make his decision. City are reportedly pushing for an answer by December 25th. They want to know if Pep will sign a new deal or if they need to start planning for life after the legendary manager. The club is adamant about finding a suitable replacement to ensure a smooth transition in the post-Guardiola era. After all, City have reached new heights under his leadership, winning 6 Premier League titles and the Champions League. Remember, Pep hinted at a potential departure earlier this summer, but he's back at the Etihad, looking refreshed and fired up. He's even hinted at staying if he's still enjoying his work. But the question remains, will he extend his contract? This is a story that will dominate headlines all season long. The anticipation is palpable. Could this be Pep's last dance at the Etihad, or will he orchestrate another chapter in his City legacy? We'll be keeping a close eye on this situation, and you can be sure we'll bring you all the latest developments as they unfold. The whispers around the Etihad are intense. Some believe that Pep is leaning towards leaving at the end of his current contract, while others believe that this could be a strategic move by City to put pressure on him. The truth is, only Pep knows for sure what he plans to do. But one thing is certain. This is a pivotal moment for both Pep and City. The stakes are high. City are facing a multitude of challenges this season, including the ongoing charges against the club and a grueling schedule. Add to that the uncertainty surrounding Pep's future, and you have a recipe for a season unlike any other. The next few months will be crucial. Will Pep feel the fire to lead City to further glory? Or will he decide that it's time for a new chapter in his career? This is a story that's just getting started. Stay tuned, because this is going to be a wild ride. Chelsea are on the verge of a double swoop with Atletico Madrid involving Joao Felix and Conor Gallagher. The deal is now in its final stages, and it is increasingly likely that the two players will move in opposite directions. This is a move that's been brewing for some time, with Gallagher linked with a move away from Stamford Bridge for a while now, and after Felix's loan spell at Chelsea last season didn't quite set the world on fire, it seemed like this deal was dead in the water. But things have changed. Chelsea are now ready to make a move for Felix, and the fee is looking to be around 40 million euros plus add-ons. That's significantly lower than some of the figures that have been floating around in Spain. This is a huge statement of intent from Chelsea, who are clearly looking to build a formidable attack for the upcoming season. With Felix joining the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku and Mykhailo Mudryk, the Blues could be a real force to be reckoned with. Felix's return to Stamford Bridge is a gamble, but the Blues are clearly banking on his talent and potential to shine under new manager Enzo Maresca. But it's not just about Felix's arrival. Gallagher is also set to move to Atletico Madrid. That's a big move for the young midfielder, who could be a real asset for Diego Simeone's side. Gallagher has been a fan favourite at Chelsea, but it seems his time at the club is coming to an end. It's all moving very quickly now, with both clubs working hard to iron out the final details. This could be a done deal in the coming days. The final details of the deal are being finalised as we speak, and the clubs are expected to make an official announcement very soon. Barcelona's midfield maestro Ilkay Gundogan has dropped a bombshell by informing the club of his desire to leave before the end of the summer transfer window, according to sources. The 33-year-old, who joined from Manchester City last summer, has been a pivotal figure at Camp Nou, making 51 appearances and contributing 5 goals and 14 assists across all competitions. His impressive performances also extended to the Euro 2024 campaign with Germany, where he played a key role in their run to the quarter-finals. Despite signing a 2-year contract with an option to extend until 2026, Gundogan's future at Barcelona has been under scrutiny due to his age and the club's evolving strategy. Just earlier this month, reports suggested he was keen to stay, but the recent developments have cast a shadow of doubt over his tenure. Eyebrows were raised when Gundogan was omitted from the Blaugrana squad for their La Liga opener against Valencia, with manager Hansi Flick citing an injury. However, a report from Sport now claims that the real reason behind his absence is a transfer request submitted by the midfielder. Both Flick and sporting director Deco are reportedly aware of his intentions. Barcelona, aware of Gundogan's age and the need to register new signing Dani Olmo, seem open to letting the veteran midfielder depart if a suitable offer is made. Gundogan, who turns 34 in October, is said to be content at Camp Nou, but privately wishes to move on, with Galatasaray and Fenerbahce closely monitoring the situation. Ahead of Barcelona's 2-1 win over Valencia, the club was rocked by reports that Gundogan had grown disillusioned with life at Camp Nou and had asked for a transfer. While the official line was a minor injury, Marca suggests his exclusion from the squad was due to transfer-related uncertainties. The desire for a move is reportedly linked to Barcelona's shift towards younger talents like Fermin Lopez, Pedri, Gavi and Dani Olmo. Gundogan has acted with respect throughout, acknowledging that his departure could facilitate the club's youthful vision. Hansi Flick, while keen to retain Gundogan, will not obstruct the 33-year-old's exit if he chooses to leave. With interest from Galatasaray, Fenerbahce and clubs in Saudi Arabia, the next few days will be crucial in determining Gundogan's future. Newcastle United are reportedly preparing a huge offer for Barcelona's Ferran Torres. The Magpies are keen to bring the Spanish winger back to the Premier League, and they're ready to put a serious amount of money on the table. Despite Torres not always being a regular starter at Barca, he's still a highly rated talent, and Newcastle clearly see him as a key piece in their ambitious project. Remember, they're looking to break into that top 4 and challenge for silverware. Adding a player of Torres' caliber would be a massive statement of intent. Barcelona, as we all know, are in a tricky financial situation, and offloading Torres could help them balance the books. This is where things get interesting. Barcelona might be more open to a sale than we initially thought. They need to raise funds, and a player like Torres could command a significant fee. However, the player himself seems content at Camp Nou and is said to be keen on fighting for his place under Hansi Flick. He's a fighter, this lad. He's not going to give up his spot easily. But could a lucrative offer from the Premier League and the promise of regular first-team football be enough to change his mind? Newcastle's interest is concrete, but convincing Torres to leave Barcelona won't be easy. It's a real tug of war. The Magpies will need to pull out all the stops to make this happen. Think big wages, a prominent role in the team, and the chance to be a part of something special on Tyneside. We're hearing whispers of a fee in the region of 30 million euros. Could that be enough to tempt Barcelona? And more importantly, could it convince Torres to swap the sunny shores of Spain for the passionate crowds of St. James's Park? It's a big decision for the young man. This is one to watch closely, and with the transfer window closing soon, we could be in for a dramatic finale. Stay tuned for more updates.